football club. I'll tell you what's going on. You're being sent a massive message from the people who own this football club that basically will take what we want and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. That is the message this morning, and there's a few home truths that need to be dictated to because they've had their chance. I and many other United fans were wanting desperately to be positive about this summer transfer window. You've got people like Richard Arnold, CEO, John Murtagh working round the clock. But the reality is you've failed, lads. Hard work is not going to be enough. Scott McTominay has taught us that. It's not enough just to work hard. You must have talent and you must be efficient and you must be specialists at what you do. So I will not have any United fan called hysterical or anything else that the club have tried and spread over the last few years. That if you call the Glazers out or you call the way the club has been run out, you're just hysterical, ungrateful and spoilt. It is not. We are none of those things. I know most United fans were very positive when Erik ten Hag was appointed and very excited about the new United we thought we were going to get. What we've actually been delivered is the same old nonsense, the same old spin, the same old lies. Now, there'll probably be a big positive today. There probably will be. De Jong bid accepted or something like that. It probably will happen. But it's too bloody late. We are too late in getting our business done. And we'll go through why in a minute. But the reality is, United monitor social interactions like a hawk. It's their breeding ground. It's where they come up with ideas for brands and stuff to make money and winning team pictures and Gymshark photos of crap players getting ripped. What's that all about? What? Since when did being muscly make you a good footballer? Every bloody United fan seems to be down the gym. Oh, look at me. I'm muscle man. I'm going to be brilliant next year. But let's bring it back to the people who really count, and that's the Glazers. Every Manchester United fan was very, very clear to me this summer. Positivity was there. So if anybody at the club or the Glazers want to moan about fans being unfair, it's because of you. You've popped the bubble. There was loads of positivity at the end of the season. Even though we're coming off the worst season in decades, there was positivity around Erik ten Hag. And you popped it. Nobody else. If you're looking for people to blame, it's you. And this is the thing I have, the problem, right? So the headline is the Glazers have taken a second dividend this year. 11 million. I think they've took 30 million or something like that over the year already. Hundreds of million they've taken out of Manchester United. But they're taking pennies out of Manchester United without spending pennies this summer. Every penny counts at Manchester United. We are hundreds of millions of pounds in debt and they are taking money out of the club. My big disgust today, because there's different levels of Glazers. There's hardcore Glazer outs who are saying, you've only got yourself to blame. You go to games, you watch the matches, you talk about transfers, you're feeding the Glazer animal. And, you know, that's hardcore Glazer out. But I think most United fans are Glazers out. It's just different levels of it. But the thing, my issue today, it's not. I'm not waking up this morning going, oh my God, the Glazers are bad for Manchester United. We know that. What really annoys me this morning and what really frustrates me and what really draws a line in the sand is the message that is crystal clear this morning. We'll take what we want and there's nothing you can do about it. You can protest, you can attack our sponsors, you can do whatever you like. We will still take dividends when we want to take them. And actually this year we've taken more than we've ever taken. So screw you, you can't stop us. And that message is shocking. That your owners of your football club actually do not care what you think because they're in such a position of power. We are a cash flow to the Glazers. Face it, we are cash flow. They are a very rich people. They own lots and lots of things, but you can own a lot of things and not have a lot of money coming in. We are their wage. We are the thing. They've probably got businesses and all sorts all over the world. But they're all on paper. It's all assets. Unless you sell them, you don't realise it. We're the cash flow to the Glazers. We're their wage. Their dividends, they pay, you know, they've got all these assets all over the place that are worth a lot of money, but they're just assets. They don't pay them anything. We do. We're the cash flow, and that's why they're not going anywhere. But back to the message. This is what appalls me more than anything, right? Manchester United coming off their worst season ever in the Premier League. New manager. Fan opinion and morale is on the floor. If you love this football club, you say, we get some signings done. I know we're taking the dividends, but we get some signings done because this message is appalling. And I love Manchester United and I love the fans. I don't want these fans thinking bad of us. I know they think bad of us, but let's try and Let's show that we care about the football club. Let's get some signings in. Let's show that we're interested. It's the message they've sent that's absolutely appalling. They've shown no love for you, no love for the club. They are mercenary corporate people who do not care. And it's that message. If I was in charge of this club, or you were in charge of this club, or anybody supported Manchester United was in charge of this club, they wouldn't take dividends in the first place. But even if they were, they would be absolutely on it to Arnold and Murta saying, get some business done, because this is crap. This is a crap message to send to our fans that were meant to be something new. It's the message the Glazers have sent. I'm not talking about the last 15, 16, 17 years. I'm talking about the last 10 weeks. The message they've dictated is absolutely appalling. And they are basically saying to you, regardless of whether De Jong happens today and Anthony happens tomorrow and Timber happens Sunday, which won't happen, regardless of whether we get the deal done, they've got absolutely no interest in what you think. The message is clear. We'll take what we want. After the worst season we've ever had, we'll take what we want. With a new manager in charge and a new United, we'll pay ourselves first. It's a horrific message. They can't spin it. They can't turn it any other way. And I hope every headline in every sports paper that's got anything to do with Manchester United today is running that story, because it's basically up yours. We'll spend on transfers when we've given the money to ourselves. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. We're not overhyping this. It's an absolute disgrace, and every United fan should be appalled by the message that's been sent. There is no way that you can turn this around. It is pure and utter greed. It is pure and utter selfishness. It is pure and utter corporate mentality. This is not about for the club they love. This is for the pocket. Simple as that. There's no other message. There's no other way you can look at it. And there's nobody else who can actually give it any better a summary than that. They do not care, and they've absolutely shown themselves to be that without a shadow of a doubt. Now, look, there are some stuff coming out this morning that we can talk about, but in effect, I'm disgusted. I'm absolutely disgusted. At this rate, we may have to get Joel Glazer to be our CDM, says Muyad. Our club will do nothing until these owners are gone, says Bog. And welcome to the Members Club, Bradley. And Glazers take dividends, reinvest it on the United shares at bad price and make good news, and boom, that makes what the price rise, says Grant. Well, I hope they do that, because they'll get in trouble for that. Absolutely infuriating. This is why I stopped buying merch directly from the club. This angers and saddens me. I hope the rest of the fans speak out, says Justin. Look, I'm appalled by it, and I'm sure you're appalled by it, because I didn't come into this summer moaning Glazers out and all this. I came into it positive to give the club a chance, and they've absolutely thrown it back in our place. You would not have an owner that loved the club that would allow that to happen. And I'm sure look, I want to just hit something else here as well. There's a very important point. The Glazers may sit there and go, oh, we've spent $1 billion over the last year. We don't do the transfers. And Richard Arnold might go, look, I've backed away from the transfers. The money's there. The money's there. Let's have a pint. The money's there. It's on Murta. And Murta might go, yeah, it's me fucking it up. But the reality is, if you are the Glazers, here's a little message for you. It's your fault. It's not Murta's fault. It's not Arnold's fault. It's your fault. Because if you love the club, you realise how angry and pissed off the fans are, and the fact that we're a joke again in the football community. We're an absolute joke. Everybody's laughing at us going, look at the new United doing sod all. We're a joke, and all they're really bothered about is putting the money in their pocket. But if I'm the Glazers, I've had a month of looking at United fans unhappy. I've had a month. 3 weeks ago, I'm on the phone to John Murta saying, what is going on? Why have you not sorted this De Jong deal out? It's too hard. Right, you're sacked. Get out. Like, you can't. We're blame shifters at Manchester United. That's what we are. We're pure and utter blame shifters. What we're doing is, well, I'm the CEO. I don't get involved in buying players anymore. I leave it to John. And the Glazers are like, well, we've pumped £1 billion in. We don't buy the players.